Hello guys, I'm Brianne,
And I'm Adam.
and we are Twin Flame Union Within, and we have a beautiful Twin Flame life purpose reading for the collective, and we're so happy to share this with you guys today because it's perfect. So we've pulled from 3 different decks, and before we share the cards with you, I'm going to share with you the deck, that way in case something that you want to get for yourself, you can too. So yeah, should we get started?
Sure.
Okay, so the first 2 cards that we pulled from is our Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Yeah, I love this deck. It's good. All right. So our very first card is Light and Love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing and love into this world. So what this card is speaking to is it doesn't matter what your life purpose is. When you're in alignment with what you're designed to do, you're going to feel happy and fulfilled in that. It doesn't matter if your purpose is to be a cashier at a store or a custodian at a facility, or if you're all the way into a CEO of a company or a doctor or a lawyer. When you're in alignment with your purpose and what you're designed to do and you're loving it, that love that you feel in that job, in that role, you're naturally going to invest that love into what you're doing, and that is healing for all involved. If you're not in alignment with what you're designed to do, there's going to be an energy of it's just not going to feel good, and so you're going to be putting that energy out, right? That energy of you're not really wanting to do this. And so yeah, like this is really about stepping into your life purpose and what you're designed to do, and in that you're going to feel really fulfilled. And your purpose is to share that love, that light and love with the world, and that just comes so naturally and easy when you're living your purpose. Yeah.
And that goes perfectly with the next card, which is creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter, how you share yourself. If it's like a YouTube video or, painting or writing or, just speaking, sharing your truth, right? There's light and love in that. And share your soul.
Yeah.
Your soul longs to, come out and speak the truth.
Yeah, your soul longs to express, and there's so many unlimited ways that you can express yourself. You just follow your heart and do what you're being called to do, and don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. There's purpose in every little thing you do, and there's purpose in what that desire in your heart is calling you to do. So just honor that desire and follow it, and so telling what it's going to lead you into. It's a beautiful adventure when you're walking into the unfolding of your purpose. And then that leads us into our next card. Okay, so our next card is God is your source. Oh, let me show you though too. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so our next 2 cards are from the Angels of Abundance by Doreen Virtue. Okay. And so, our first card is God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Yeah, and you can feel the abundance in this card itself. So, as you're stepping into your life purpose, there might be some hesitancy in doing that. You might feel, well, okay, there's this thing that I really want to do, but I don't see how I'm going to be supported in doing that thing. Well, that's just the ego talking, when you are stepping into your life purpose and what you're designed to do, what you're created to do, you're going to be fully supported in that. And you don't want to compartmentalize or attach to the way that that support comes to you or that abundance comes to you, because it can come in many different beautiful ways. And when you least expect it, miracles can manifest in your life. When you take, a step into your life purpose, God swoops in and takes 1,000 steps towards you. Like God meets you there automatically. And you're so safe in that. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you put God first and choose to follow God's guidance, that goes perfectly into the next card, which is focus on your priorities. Like God will give you a to-do list, right? Yeah. If you just listen, if you just follow it, it will get you to where you need to be.
Exactly. Yeah, so our next card is focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they need, and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. There we go. So the woman on this card, you can see that she's just allowing faith to guide her, and she's following her heart, the light, following her heart and doing what she's being called to do. She's really honing her energy and focusing it where she's being guided to, investing it into where God is telling her to place it, because there's a very intricate dance in your life purpose, and each little step that you take is very important to the unfolding of your life purpose. And so you want to, don't ignore your priorities. Listen to that whisper, listen to that voice, listen to that nudge in your heart, and follow it as it's guiding you, and choose to trust it. You can trust that voice, that whisper in your heart. If you have any doubts or you have, any naysayers in your mind, just, choose the truth and choose to follow and honor your heart as it's leading you forward.
Yeah, and it feels very good when you do that, even if it's like, oh, get a cup of tea. Okay, well, and then it feels so good. It's like do laundry, and like you have like the energy to do that because it's like that's next on the to-do list, right? It's just the next thing. Yeah, it's always the next thing, and there's always the next step. So
yeah, Adam and I were talking about this in our group class, our group coaching class the other day. Adam was saying like loving your future self, which we learned from our spiritual teachers Jeff and Shaleia. And so we were just like talking about like when I come to be with Adam in Norway, I started like a routine I always had was making my bed. As soon as I get up in the morning, I had to make the bed. It was, it required a little bit of energy, and I didn't want to do it at first, but once I started doing it on a daily basis, and then at the end of my day, when I would come to get into that bed, it felt really good. It was like I loved my future self. That bed was made, nice crisp sheets and blankets were laid out, my pillows, they're ready to go. And it's like I loved myself there, and all I had to do was flip back the cover and crawl into bed. And, if you think of it like this, let's say you're not making your bed, and, you wake up in the morning and your sheets are all jumbled up and your blankets falling on the floor, your pillows across the room. I don't know, you might be a hefty sleeper.
Crazy sleeper.
You might be a crazy sleeper. So let's just say, okay. Well, then at the end of the day, let's say you leave your bed like that when you get up. At the end of the day, well, you're going to have to invest energy into, you got to go pick up the pillow across the room. You got to pick up your comforter off the floor, and then you got to like straighten your sheets out, flip them up in the air a few times to straighten them out and lay them out. When if you would have just loved your future self and invested that energy as soon as you got up out of bed and made your bed, that is really prioritizing, and that's really you're conserving your energy throughout the day, and you're going to feel really good. Jeff and Shaleia too, they've pointed this out, but like after you eat something in your kitchen and you have a dirty dish, Well, go ahead and rinse that dish off and stick it in the dishwasher. Or if you don't have a dishwasher, just go ahead and clean it and, you know, dry it and put it away, rather than letting it pile up. And at the end of the day, it's like, oh man, like I'm ready to rest. Well, then you got the dishes in the sink. You've got the nasty mess that you've left in your room when you got up that morning. So now it's like you got all this energy that you have to output when you could have just done it as you were going on about your day. Sorry, I kind of got off the line there.
She's very, you know,
really
passionate about making the bed and
I am.
doing the dishes. So.
I am. I'm very, very passionate about, I desire perfection in all areas of my life. And that's something I'm continuing to deepen into and will always be deepening into. But
Hashtag Virgo.
There you go. 2 Virgos right here. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get into, unless you had something else to add to that, we'll go ahead and do our last card.
Well, that was a whole lot.
It was a whole lot.
Yeah, but God's to-do list is the most important.
Yeah.
God knows what you need to do, and you will have the time and energy to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will be provided the energy. So our last card is from our Super Attractor deck. I love these cards. Yeah, and so we have, believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. That pretty card, all those purple colors. So what this card is speaking to for this life purpose reading is that you have a desire in your heart, you know, in regards to your life purpose. You have a feeling, you know in what way you're being called to serve. And you know in that serving that way, it's going to feel really good to you. And you may not see the full big picture of that, but you have an idea, you have a feeling of a calling. And so don't get discouraged if you're in the process of the unfolding of that, or even if you're just now stepping into your life purpose. You don't want to look to your reality for the results, because that's not the way to determine or measure your journey or determine where you're at or your success. Your success is in choosing to love yourself right now. And in loving yourself, that means stepping forward into your purpose and letting go of whatever that looks like externally, and just enjoying your journey and letting it be fun and unfold perfectly for you.
Amen.
Yeah. So I feel complete here. What about you, Adam?
This is very good.
Very good. All right. So we hope you enjoyed our Twin Flame Life Purpose reading for the collective. And we will see you again. We'll be back for more. Bye.
Bye.